Thank you for listening to the Captains Quadrant. I'm your co-host, Joe Dove. We wanted to just let you know that our new stickers are available on our brand new launched website. Yes, the Captains Quadrant has a website where you can read the mind of Joe Dove, where you can check out his little blog or how he felt about the episode separately from the other two hosts. You can also see specials and certain events that we'll be attending, as well as sign up to our emailing list so that you're in the know about what's going on with the Captains Quadrant. Please go and check out the Captains Quadrant at www.captainsquadrant.com.
Captain, incoming message.
Welcome back to the Captain's Quadrant for this very special interview. This is going to be one of a kind, and it's going to be part of a new series that is audio only. Yes, all of our friends that are listening will be able to hear this as a special treat for those Patreons and those that are subscribing to our audio podcast. I have the great honor to sit as Captain Joe Dove with a Klingon officer, none other than Katala. Katala, welcome to the Captain's Quadrant. Enjoy your Ractigino.
Blood wine is also good. If you have any of that.
Wine. What is the best vintage is 2388, right? I think that's what
Martok has some good vintages. So, and I do like the younger vintages. They're a little sweeter, so.
Oh, nothing like sweet blood wine. That's a nice way to put fear in the heart of your enemies. So tell us, how was it that you became an officer in the Klingon house in the Empire, serving the Great Empire?
The origins from Terran to Klingon, that probably started watching the original series, the Klingons there, and then DS9 also struck gold with Martok and Worf and their stories, the concept of honor, duty, loyalty, that forms the basis of all Klingon warriors. That's the trefoil that is a Klingon symbol, the three-pointed. Duty is the first, honor is the middle, loyalty is the last one, and loyalty, well, honor is the hardest one for most people to follow. Mm-hmm. It's the longest and it's the hardest one, but it is what puts everything together.
So each of those strikes, almost they look like cutouts. They stand for each aspect.
Each blade.
Each blade. Oh, it's a blade. Okay. Now, what is the weapon of choice for you? Are you a batleth holder or a ductar?
I can get it if you give me a second.
Absolutely.
It just so happened.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
It can be used one-handed. It can be concealed behind your back if you need to. It can be carried in a scabbard, but it's...
Yes, this is the same weapon that if I'm not mistaken, Worf held in First Contact?
It's one of them, and then later on they gave him one that's got a grip.
Grip. Right. Yeah, that's a Picard version.
And this technically should be half the length of a batleth.
Oh, wow. And the proper name for it?
A mechleth.
Mechleth. Oh, yes. I always finally think of mechleths from the Strange New Worlds episode where they had the singing Klingons. Did you feel any kind of way about that? Were you happy to see him singing, or were you like,
They should have given them something a little more martial to sing, I think, a little more warlike.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's a new term for K-pop.
Yeah. we spoke with the captain of that ship, and he let us know that there was actually a version where they're singing Klingon opera.
That is a feat in and of itself. Not to be missed.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like it would have been more fitting for the Klingon opera to be the version?
Either that or when Martok is singing when the Rotaran takes off, the Koi Kelis Puk load. That's the traditional. That's the traditional.
Yeah. That would have been kind of cool too to hear. So when it comes to Katala, where would you say your position is in the Empire?
In the Empire, currently, I am a lieutenant. I am the XO of the IKB Executioner, which is a Klingon assault group ship.
Ooh.
So, Katala as herself comes from the Kanaga Mountains on Kronos. It's a high mountain house, a minor house, but it has ties to a couple other larger houses.
Not Duras, though.
No.
Stay away from the Duras. Is there any way that you were involved in any of the great sieges of the Federation? Like,
I might have been on one of the ships as a junior officer.
Understood. Now, when it comes to the functionality of the Klingon bird of prey, sometimes we see that the wings kind of like spread open or close. Well, what is the premise behind the position of the wings?
There are 3 positions for bird of prey. Mm-hmm. Down is the attack position. Up would be when you're landing on planet surface, and straight out would be when you're cruising. Oh. And the bird of prey is the only ship that can land on surface and take off from surface.
Oh, really? Like the larger vessels couldn't do that?
No.
Oh, wow.
They are spacebound.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
Just like if you see, was it a Search for Spock when...
Yes. The bounty.
The bird of prey comes in and lands, yes.
Yeah. And the
larger, the wings come up and then everybody just disembarks.
Yeah. Oh, that's fascinating. Now, when it comes to quarters, everything I've seen seems to be quite uncomfortable. It's not very luxurious.
2 to, 1 bunk above you, 1 bunk below you. Think of it as terms of a Terran Navy vessel. You're stacked in there. Of course, officers have the luxury of getting out and getting a little bit better quality food before the enlisted people come in. So there is that. On ship, there are 3 sets of duty rosters. There's always somebody on at all times that you rotate your positions through. There's a let's see. There is first shift, second shift, and third shift. There's a office, there's office or leisure, there's sleep, and then there's duties. So depending on where you're at, if I'm the XO, that means if the captain is on, then it could be my leisure shift. When he goes off, it'll be either be my sleep shift, or it could be my turn to take over and watch. Oh,
now are there any fights that break out in the duty? Because they seem to be a party bunch.
If people are challenging, or if somebody decides that somebody else sat in their seat.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
That's small an issue. You're in my seat. Yeah. Then ensues a battle. Wow, it's very tough to keep a position in the Klingon Empire if it's.
Yeah. Make sure you know who your allies are.
Oh. Now, speaking of allies, do you have a lot of houses aligned with your house?
For the cake house lineage,
Yes.
I'm sure there are. I just was appointed the XO, so I have yet to transfer goods and belongings to the ship.
Of course, I have to ask the very infamous question: how did the ridges change over the years? Because in the Discovery era, before they flipped 900 years to the we don't talk about that. Is that what? You shook your head. I gotta let the people know. This is an audio. You're shaking your head like we don't talk about that. Is that how that's
about that? We don't discuss that.
We do not discuss that. Okay, understood.
The Discovery Klingons were a separate sect, if you will, that removed themselves and took up on a different home world. That's how they became. With the look they had. The original series Klingons, there was a virus. Klingons tried to use the
eugenics
to make bigger, stronger Klingons. Somebody unfortunately had a cold, and that virus shifted, and the ridges melted basically. But before they could stabilize it, a lot of warriors died. A lot of people died. But luckily, somebody was able to, I think, one of the other Terrans off of Dr. Phlox, I think his name is.
Yes.
Yeah, he helped come up with an antidote for that. And then one of the other Klingon doctors decided to become a ridge reconstructionist. Klingon plastic surgery.
There you go.
To recover your ridges.
Come on down to Dr. Bach's ridge repair. Now, do the ridges kind of differentiate between houses? Is it like a
houses and depending on who your parents are.
So it's like a genealogy, like Worf and his grandfather. They kind of have similar ridge.
It's like a thumbprint, basically. If you look at somebody's ridges, you can guess approximately. Well, they are probably from this house.
Oh, wow. So it's like a genealogy statement, basically, DNA structure. And then physically, you guys have like a bone structure that's a little bit more dense than a Terran?
I can get into that if you'd like. I do have some notes for you.
Sure.
If you give me just a second.
No problem.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm just messing around with my soundboard.
Like most humanoids, the essence of the Klingon anatomical form consisted of a head, neck, torso, 4 limbs. Internally, the Klingon anatomy was markedly different from that of other humanoids. There was a great deal of multiple redundancies in their organs, a principle they called Brachtul. This allowed the Klingons to survive severe injuries in battle. We have 23 ribs, 2 livers, an 8-chambered heart, 3 lungs, and redundant neural function, as well as multiple stomachs.
Oh.
So, in essence, also the burrell bird, or all the birds of prey, have a Brachtul system built into them. They have redundancies, so they can take a pounding in battle and still keep flying. So.
Wow, that is a heck of a way to go. Like I couldn't fathom trying to go one-on-one, or even like the human way we chest bump when we succeeded. I don't think I want a chest bump a Klingon.
It would be a head bump, more or less. For if you're Klingons, it would be a head bump.
Yeah, I don't think it would work out too well for us as Terrans.
Well, you might fly back a few steps.
Oh. Now,
wake up in the morning going, what did I have?
What did I do? Why did I do that? That was a bad idea. Now, is there, do you have your own particular sash? Like Worf is known to have the sash.
Do you have a baldric?
Okay. And
Give me a second, I can run up and get it.
oh, no, it's fine. Can you explain the baldric?
I do have a chainmail baldric. Yes.
Oh, wow. It's not a sash, it's called a baldric. That's what the proper term is. And the insignias that you put on that, is that specific to something that you've done? Is it
would be the house and to any alliances I have.
Oh, okay.
I could also add rank to it if I wanted to, but it usually designates that I'm basically a warrior. I've earned that right to have that sash.
Oh, wow.
Or the baldric. Yes.
So the baldric is like if you're a step above, that's like the next.
Well, you've got your enlisted, and then you've got the officers. So a baldric would differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
If you decided you wanted to come up and tap somebody and think you could chew them out, and they turn around and see they've got the baldric, you might go,
never mind. Wow, that's fascinating. Very fascinating. And of course, traveling through space on a Klingon ship, are those ships made for, if you're on a bird of prey compared to one of the other ones, a bird of preys are not really meant for long distance space travel, or are they meant for missionary?
Long distance. I think the only difference between any Klingon ship and Federation ship is that we carry our food stock live. We don't eat replicated.
No replicated. So the gach, who's in charge of keeping the gach? It's not like you have a chef.
Yeah, we do. There are
you
cooks.
Do have a chef. Oh.
Yes, there's probably 2 head cooks, and there's always an assistant cook in there that keeps the kavan or coffee and the darg or tea on the back stove. There's usually, you can run up and grab some tiernog or bread, throw in some targ meat, grab a quick bite.
Salt beef. No,
targ would be pig.
Oh, pig.
Equivalent to pig.
So it's like ham. It's a ham sandwich.
or ribs, like
ribs. Ooh, the McRib. Ooh, the Klingon McRib. That's what we're going to call it from now on. That sounds amazing.
Also, we don't use forks. We have
everything's hand,
spoon or hand.
Oh.
If you're sitting at the mess table, you want something, you reach over and grab it. You don't ask. You just reach over, grab it.
Oh,
Klingon.
Enjoy. Don't say pass the gach. Just take it.
And just reach over, put your hand in there, and
take it.
Hopefully it's still alive and squirming. And there are 51 varieties of gach.
Oh.
Yes.
What are your 3 favorites?
There are some that have feet, so they will try to get up and walk off. There are some that jump and snap, and then there is a version that is soaked in blood and targ blood and served just as it is soaked in targ blood. So you get the targ blood, the squirming gach.
Wow.
And then I know a few officers have tried. There's somebody on Kronos that is attempting to make candid gach. That would, if gach isn't that fresh, well, okay, let's candy it. So it's kind of like a chewy treat.
Yeah.
No, this candied.
Candied, okay.
Yeah, it would be maybe preserved with dakir, which is honey, or any tree sap.
Like a maple.
Or the Klingon version of maple.
Wow. Now, how does the Klingon get promoted in the Empire?
Deeds of valor, battlefield commission, or you take out the person that's in the place that you want to be.
You know what? I don't want to be lieutenant anymore. I don't need a commander. Let's go. Wow. So this is a very rough way to get through everything. Is there something that you want to share as we wrap up our first of many in this wonderful series? Is there anything you want to share that a listener wouldn't realize about the Klingon Empire? Or as a Klingon?
As a Klingon, we are proud of our heritage. We live and passionately because our lives can be short.
Mm.
We give it our all, whether it's in battle, serving, or home on Kronos, or with our Parmakai.
Mm.
We give it our all because life is short.
Yes.
If you're a warrior.
Very true. Very true. But there are instances where Klingons have lived quite a long time.
Yes.
Kang Koloff and
Kankor and Koloff, yes.
Yes, they lived.
The Harmasters each.
Yes, they lived quite a long time because they fought in the Dominion War, no less.
Yes.
One did. So, core.
Yes.
So
he went out in a glorious way.
Yeah. He defended the troops so that they could get to safety. So
yes.
It is
going to be
absolutely kick the door right in, I'm sure.
Yes.
This is going to be a phenomenal series. Thank you so much, Katala, for joining us in this conversation, one of many. If you are enjoying this, please be sure to check out our Patreon, where the rest of this will lie. You can buy the series for a warrior's price, and everything will keep the heart of the Klingon Empire going on warp speed. So until next time, friends, get your gach ready, because we're going to settle in and have more of these and just have a blast talking about Klingons. So thank you once again. Kapla.
Kapla.
Thank you so much for listening. You're in the Captains Quadrant. I'm Captain Joe Dove, and this special podcast series is brought to you by Letitia Gotash. You can check out Letitia Gotash's new book coming out at letitiagotash.com. Her forthcoming book will get into the difficulties and the amazing hardships, but yet triumphs dealing with domestic and child abuse. Currently, Letitia is touring the United States, showcasing her great strides and incredible will to overcome such atrocities. Her book will be available at letitiagotash.com. As I mentioned before, the show notes will also have the link.